always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive being alive.
Ethel Merman never won the
I said
Tony?
Ethel Merman never won the Tony for Gypsy. You know, Hitchcock never won the Oscar. Crash got the Oscar last year for Brokeback Mountain. Come on, you never know how these things
You
work.
never know.
West Side Story didn't win.
It didn't?
It didn't win.
No. A lot of weird shit goes down.
A lot of weird shit goes down here.
But still you're going to get up there, you're going to sing Being Alive,
I'm going to sing Being Alive. That's like history.
Yeah.
That's history.
Right.
You know, these awards are amazing, and anybody that tells you that they're not feeling competitive or nervous or all that stuff is lying. But at the same time, you got to keep it in perspective. I mean, I'll be heartbroken if I don't get it, of course, and at the same time, you got to go on. I was thinking that today. I was performing the show going, well, this had better be the reward. I get to do Stephen Sondheim's masterpiece every day. I should be so lucky.
What would we do without you? How would we ever get through? Who would I come waiting for hours to bring all the flowers when I have the flu?
Every single one of you fabulous, Company of Company. I've seen it twice, and I think you're going to be a winner.
Oh, boy, we hope so.
Do you have to have orchestra rehearsals?
Every now and then. Yeah, we have Russian rehearsals.
You do. Do you ever just like go up on your lines because you're busy trying to play the notes?
All the time.
That may be not be the reason why. That's not necessarily the reason why.
Why?
It gets a little complex sometimes, but we're all pros. So.
We're there for each other.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, you are the most wonderful ensemble. And Raul's taking it home for you. Do you believe it?
Yeah, we totally believe it.
He's the greatest team player of them all. He really is. He's terrific.
Well, may you have a long and wonderful run, and you're all just terrific.
Thank you.
When you first went in the room with those people, what do you first rehearse? The music or the?
It's a little bit of both. Usually it happens very fast. They look at a piece of music in the morning, they learn a piece of music in the morning, and they get on their feet immediately in the afternoon. They don't know the music, but it's amazing how many bits they remember. And the whole technique is based around, if they physicalize stuff, like any of us, they can learn it more quickly. So the music goes into their bodies in a very different way. And none of these guys were, none of them had ever done it like that before. So it's been great fun.
Well, it certainly paid off. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who is so dear, and who is so deep, and who would keep me occupied when I want to sleep? How would we ever get through? What would we do without you? How much of this when I'm not around? You're so flippin' special. I wish I was special. Hey, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
Well, now you are sort of semi-Kiki tonight.
Well, you know, someone asked me, are you going as Kiki? I said, is Vanessa Redgrave going as Joan Didion?
I think that's a wonderful point. You know, now you guys, what can I say? You said you'd be Tony nominees, and you are.
Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, next stop, Grammys.
All right. This is very, are you going to do
And
an
then
album?
the Oscars, number one movies.
Yes.
And then next up, Theater Talk's Christmas show.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Do you have any words of advice for the young, up-and-coming lunatics out there?
Dare to dream.
Yeah, live your dreams, and you will be loved.
They say you fixing to build up around here. That makes sense, seeing as how your family is in real estate business. Say you're gonna build a supermarket and put in some apartments up on that site on Wilder.
We're gonna bring the hill back. We're gonna rename it Bedford Hills.
How you gonna bring it back? It's dead. It takes Jesus Christ to bring it back. What you mean is you're gonna put something else in its place. Say that, but don't talk about bringing the hill back. The hill just is dead.
Yeah, and Jack, I know you worked with August at the end of his life on this play and developed it. How did he feel about it as at the end?
I think he was very proud of it. I think he fought like a dog to get it finished, and it was great to watch that kind of heroism and bravery with a pen rather than with a gun. And he wanted to write a new kind of play, a funny, accessible, contemporary play, and he wanted to prove that he could do that as well as he could do anything else. And in the end, he did it.
August was my friend. Mm-hmm. I met him in 1990 when I first started working on the Two Trains Running, and we grew to be buddies, you know. And he started this play off with us during the rehearsal process at Yale Repertory Theater. For 2 months, he was there writing and rewriting every day, as he always does with all of his plays. And we were excited about the other cities coming up and more rewrites. And well, we had a month off, and then we started in Los Angeles, and he didn't show up. And then we found out he had inoperable liver cancer, and that he wouldn't be with us. And yet he rewrote the entire play from his home in Seattle. He emailed and couriered, and he refused medication. He wanted to keep a sharp mind. And so he rewrote the entire play. He literally died writing this play. And how do I feel about it, Ben? I'm swelled up. I'm swelled up.
This is a demolition order. Says it right there. Anybody painting it is trespassing and defacing private property.
You know, you act like you're a rooster. Oh, you're the king of the barnyard. You're struck to the barnyard during the day, at night you roost up high on a rafter. But when it gets right down to the bottom of it, a rooster ain't nothing but a chicken.
You know, there's a Cherokee blessing that says, may you live long enough to know why you were born, and August Wilson clearly knew why he was born, and he wrote those 10 plays, and then he went on. And I think this may be the best of them all. It was definitely ahead of its time. It's timely right now, even though it was written 2 years ago. He was almost foreseeing things that were going to happen. It's the funniest, and I think it's a message to us all about remembering to not forget where we come from as we move forward.
Would you say that there's a common through line with the 10 plays?
I think the common through line is the growth of blacks from slavery to now, and I think people who are upset that the voices are different are people who would have wanted us 100 years later to still be like we were coming out of slavery. And so what this is saying, oh no, we're out of slavery, but we need to remember that we went through those 9 other plays to get to here.
This has been a dream come true. From the beginning to the end, from 2 years ago at Yale to now being on Broadway, it has been a dream ride every step of the way. Each person involved has just been wonderful to work with because we all understand the significance of bringing the 10th play to Broadway.
It's kind of bittersweet, you know what I mean, because he's not here to share in all this. But although he's not here to write the 11th play, we're going to recycle these 10 forever. Forever. And I mean forever.
Haitian husband, children, just like George Sand with Chopin. Those piano players.
Oh, we were all disciples of George Sand.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how did you keep yourself together during that marathon?
Oh my goodness, you know what? We just got so much energy from that audience. It was so exciting, and the adrenaline rush was so fantastic that we were just completely galvanized and energized by the end of that thing. It was an incredible experience.
So now are you having marathon withdrawal?
No, I am a little bit having withdrawal. I mean, luckily we're spending a lot of time together, our company, you know, so that's really nice.
It's like high school.
Exactly. And we still get to see each other at these things, so it's really great.
Well, have a fantastic night. I think you will.
Thank you.
I'm what you want, Harvard, I'm the girl for you. And to prove it's true, we all flew here on JetBlue. Thank you.
Now, how's it going over at Legally Blonde?
It's going great over at Legally Blonde. People are laughing and clapping, and that's all we can hope for.
Are you feeling stressed out as a nominee?
I'm not feeling particularly stressed out now that I'm here all day long, the kind of anticipation a little bit.
Did you have a dresser, a stylist?
I did not. My wife helped me pick a tie.
She's done a few Tony red carpets.
She has. And I've been standing back there watching like a proud husband, so it's kind of fun to be here all of a sudden.
That's pretty cool. Now listen, can you have something you can tell our Theater Talk audience that you haven't told anybody else on the red carpet of these 10 zillion...
I'm wearing festive socks that I don't think anybody's seen. Is that something? I don't think I've told anybody.
Oh, wonderful. Scoop, thank you so much. Thank you. That qualifies. Thank you.
Will you pay for stuff I buy? Yes. And bake me cake and pie? Yes. And hold me when I cry? Yes. And I will tell you why.
Do you have your face rehearsed for when they put you on camera for be nominated?
No, absolutely not. I won't even know what to do with myself. So I'm not anticipating that happening. So I'm just kind of going to enjoy the show.
Well, do you have something you can say to the Theater Talk audience?
The Theater Talk audience.
Or Michael Riedel.
I know. Thank you for mentioning me so many times on that recap. That's what I have to say. Thank you for putting my name out.
Well, you are a wonderful performer, and you have the genius of employing Judy Jacksina.
I do. My pit bull publicist, as I call her, yes.
Isn't my name up on that list? Does someone know that I exist?
Now, do you have any tips for our Theater Talk audience? We have many aspiring performers out there in our Theater Talk audience.
Well, my main tip is if you actually really do have dreams and you want to pursue your dreams, luck is opportunity meets preparation, so be prepared when opportunity knocks and don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. Well,
and be fearless. I think that's the biggest thing for me.
And that's the message of your show.
Yeah, it is really. Yeah. The character is fearless, and being an actor is all about being fearless and making bold choices. So even if your choice isn't the right choice, if you've been bold in making the choice, somebody will notice.
Yeah, you've made it and you're there. Yeah. Well, have a great night.
Thank you.
We were just talking with her about being fearless as a performer. Do you have any tips on how to be fearless as a performer as you hang upside down?
Well, I tell you, if you'd seen me on the first day of rehearsals when I first tried my walk up the wall, tap dance upside down, I looked like a dead sort of spider up there, very scared, didn't want to move. Lots of practice. That's what it took, lots of practice. And don't wear your glasses. So I don't wear my glasses on stage, and I don't wear contacts, so I'm a little bit blind. And that helps.
Does it scare you?
Oh, God. It scares me almost every time I watch it. I try not to watch my watch every night to say, it's 9:30, he's now suspended.
Set it upside down with two thin wires.
Try not to be that sad.
Oh, blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too.
Give stand honor and joy to be in show business. I feel the spotlight hit me and I'm gone.
Curtains. People just love it. What's the appeal of this show?
I think because it's almost a guaranteed good time.
How could you keep up the faith to get this on after all those years?
Well, it was based on my work was based on a gorgeous idea for a musical, a real love letter in a lavish way to everything that we love about Broadway. And any time that my spirits were flagging, I just remembered how much I loved musical theater, and that sort of kept me going.
Did you work with Peter Stone at all, or was that a complete no overlap?
I never worked with Peter Stone, but the two of us worked for a very good time with Fred Ebb, and he is all over this show.
They cut in.
This is trouble.
This could be a problem. Are you a competitor?
No, we're just
In what category would these two be competitors?
theater folks.
Most mannered, stylish.
Julie, I don't think you're a dark horse anymore. I think you're a big, I think you're the person to beat at this point.
Honey, love you. Call my mother. Tell her that.
You won the Theater Talk viewer Tony poll.
Did you? Oh, I didn't know that.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
Shut-ins love your work.
Geriatric shut-ins with no cable. No, I didn't mean that.
Ask for a better audience. Thank you. Well, that's fabulous. Well, then I'm already a winner then.
Do you have any final words for our audience that you haven't?
I watch the show every week. I mean, I don't stay home. I TiVo it. But yeah, I watch it every week.
We love you. No, but I have to give you this. Share it. There.
Tony Cavalcante.
Yeah. You're on it too. Yeah. It's the last one, but you show it. It's because you're on it too, darling. You're gonna. Did you write a speech?
No.
Do you ever get sick of being perky?
Pardon?
Do you ever get sick of having to be like perky?
What's the alternative?
Smirky.
That should be on your gravestone.
Come on, baby. If you got a choice, may as well be happy.
Aren't you going to ask me if I'm sick of being perky?
Are you sick of being perky?
I'm sick of being smarmy. I need a break from that.
You're going to write a religious drama next.
I actually am writing a somewhat religious drama. I'm not. What if I were? No, if I say Jesus Christ in my acceptance speech, it's not a prayer. It will be a display.
We're going to look for it.
All right. I'm gonna
have a fabulous night.
Great to see you.
I would like Kill to do a part like Devin.
No, not in the play, you inconsequential stain. I did not fly across this country to put my client in a play. I am not buying your crab cakes in this hole so that my client, who is on the rise, can replace someone in a play.
How be so raunchy when I'm dancing up and down the street of the county seat, tippy tapping
Hey, this is your 4th nomination?
6.
6, see? And I'm off by 2. 6 nominations. Okay, but it's for Tonys.
For Tony.
Okay, so what I'm wondering is that how many African-American kids who aren't available to go to Broadway, who aren't used to Broadway, how many of them do you think know that you have the ability to chase Julie Harris, chase all these other, like you're part of history, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know who may know that or may not know that. I think the important thing is African American children see other people up there doing and saying if that's something they want to do, that they can do it. That's the most important thing to me. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean getting the awards. It's just doing the work. That's the most important thing.
Okay. What's next for Miss McDonald?
Miss McDonald is taking a well-deserved break after the show closed. I've been working 2 years straight without a break, literally not a single day of a break. So I'm going on vacation.
You know we might have to dim the lights if you go on vacation. I'm just saying.
Oh, please. You'll be fine.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, gee, oh, the cowboys think I'm mighty sweet. When the men don't see me, shammy by, gonna bust right out in the jingles.
How many nominations have you had?
I think this is the 5th.
Oh, you're getting jaded. Well, wonderful performance.
The difference between me and Audra McDonald is that she's been nominated at least 5 times, but she wins all of them.
Oh, well. But you are wonderful in 110 the Shade.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Did you see it?
Yes, of course I did.
Yeah, I love working with her and the company. It's a terrific company. It's like a family.
And it's so happy.
I look forward to coming to the theater every night. And after all these years, I think that says something for the company.
Her mother and I agreed it was for the best.
To tell a girl that her baby is dead when it is not?
Would you have been happy if I'd brought it to you? No?
Now, you were in the wonderful My Favorite Show of the Year, Corn Boy, and yet it closed after a month. What happened?
What happened is we didn't get the Tony nomination and we didn't get the review, which we needed both because we have 40 people who are all unknowns. So we needed to do. We needed to get both of those, and if we would have gotten them, I think we would have ran for a long time.
But at least they knew enough to nominate you, and you're out in fine form.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Xanthe. Nice to see you again. You certainly look fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Very different from your Corn Boy.
Right. No more boy stuff tonight.
So now, are you on to a new job?
I have a few things coming in my direction. I haven't made any choices. It's a nice, relaxed summertime where I get to just look around, you know.
And do you have a face when you're on camera for your moment? Do you have your moment rehearsed?
I've studied many angles. You know, I think I've chosen the best one. Yeah.
Is Bertolt Brecht infecting your character yet?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I did have to take a shower and shave today, so that sort of felt a little foreign to me.
How much stubble do you go on with every night?
About 2.5 days worth, and yeah.
Now we're here with Theater Talk. Do you have any words for our very sophisticated Theater Talk audience?
Do I have any questions?
No, any words?
Any words? The weather is really perfect tonight. It really is, and
you know, you may take it. You very well may take it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Would you have a face rehearsed for when they put you on the camera?
I have nothing rehearsed. I did write a few words down just in case because I know that if it did happen, I would blank. So
and if you didn't write anything, you would get it, sure. So.
Reducing the presidency to a series of banal anecdotes. I feel like a circus animal doing tricks. And I thought I made it clear. I didn't want to take any questions on Watergate. Damn it!
Are you getting sick at all of talking about this play?
No. This is one of my favorites. This will remain one of my favorites for my whole life and my whole career. You know, it's a gift because I didn't expect it. I expected it would be 8 weeks in London in a little theater for about 200 pounds a week, and that would be the end of it. You never know where it's going to come from, so that gives it a special feeling.
Do you have any secret for keeping it really fresh every night?
Mean it. I just mean it every night. I don't, I stand in the wings and I think 1,000 people have not seen it. It's your obligation to mean it. And if you think of them, and if you think of being a conduit for the play, for the author, it goes by in a shot. I did it this afternoon. There's still wig glue behind my ear.
Now, one more thing. Is there anything you can tell our Theater Talk audience that you haven't told anyone else on this big red carpet line?
I just told you, there's wig glue behind my ear. It's good to see you, Susan.
You're right, Rhonda. More drugs than ever are coming into this country, and guess who's bringing them in? We are, Rhonda. That's right, Uncle Sam and the good old CI of A.
Hi, you're having all your thunder stolen by your glamorous pregnant.
That was the idea.
Oh, very good. Now, is it true that being pregnant makes you crazy? Does it make?
Am I crazy, honey? I'm always crazy.
Yeah, that's
You're playing a crazy person, so you probably come home crazy from the theater.
Right. It's all relative.
There's a lot of craziness between the two of us.
Yeah.
We cancel each other out.
And now I come to the great news. I reported at battalion headquarters, and the colonel looked in a little book and said, "You report to C Company, Captain Stanhope." Can't you imagine what I felt?
Did you lose your tickets?
I think I'm afraid we just closed our show. I think maybe I left them in the brouhaha following.
What did that feel like?
Well, it was bizarre. Well, first of all, we had the Puerto Rican Day Parade, so we got to the quietest moments of the show, and this giant salsa band rocked into action, and of course all the dialogue is like, it's eerily quiet. So we really just sort of knuckled through it and got it, and then finally after about 2 or 3 scenes it went away. So, but it was just peculiar.
Real? Why did they choose to close today?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was to get us to the Tonys. I think.
Yeah,
I think
they really.
I think that was the plan. I mean, and the producers have been fantastic about sticking through the show, and I think they lost some money.
They take it off their taxes. It doesn't matter.
I guess so. It's beyond my.
Fine with them, and you're so fabulous. The last time I interviewed you before, but I didn't ask you. Did you grow the mustache for the audition?
I don't remember now. I think I did. Occasionally I just stopped shaving, and I think I had a beard. And when the audition, I just shaved off everything but the mustache. So maybe that's why I got it was the mustache. Actually,
Now people are going to ask, and I have to ask you again. Why is it? Here's this show. It's probably going to win the Tony. You're probably going to win the Tony for best revival of the musical of a play.
Or the play.
Why couldn't you get enough of an audience to keep you running past the Tony Awards?
Well, seriously, I think it's a lot of it has to do with where we are in the war with Iraq. I think that we're in a place where people go, that's the last thing they want to think about. They don't want to be reminded of the hard things. And I mean, the great thing, I don't think anyone who came to the show was disappointed in any way or sorry that they came. I think they were all happy that they came because it really isn't. It's not about some political current event. It really is about people in a difficult situation. And the great thing about it is that this war that happened, almost 100 years ago, nothing has changed. The situation, and the guys don't talk politics. They don't say, why are we here? They just going about their day. They're trying to survive. And it's really about, as you often hear, it's about the guy next to you. That's who you're fighting for. And I think the great thing about it is that you see what the cost is. Human beings.
Don't do sadness, not even a little bit. Just don't need it in my life. Don't want any part of it.
There they are, the young and sensitive men. Now, are you as deep feeling and sensitive as you are in Spring Awakening?
I think so, yeah. I really do. I'm not so much of an extrovert about it all the time, but I think that's what really connected me to the character in the first place.
Had you done rock and roll, excuse me for being ignorant, before?
Yeah, I'd played in some folk bands and a punk rock band in high school, yes.
How about you?
No, never been in a band. It's my first experience with rock music.
I have to say that the icon of the season is you upside down on that chair.
Oh yeah? It's kind of a daunting task to be that icon, but I love it.
And you with your hands up a girl's skirt.
Right? What better way to be an icon, right? Totally.
Well, congratulations tonight. You're going to have a great night.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Do you know Steven Sater?
Do you want us to make out in front of him just for you?
That'll be next.
No.
You're too cute for words.
Well, you're pretty cute yourself, and so is Steven Sater.
Yes, we know he's cute. We know he's cute.
You got that.
I've just been around too long to be cute. I'm now stately. I'm like an old building in New York.
I don't think so.
Don't worry. Here, look at this. I got a pocket.
Oh, now do you have any advice to Steven Sater on how to be a gracious Tony winner?
Don't hit anybody with it. No, just enjoy the night. Don't worry about anything.
We'll see how it goes. Thank you. Amazing.
See you next year.
Then there's Mariana wheeling as if she returned my call.
Cast of Spring Awakening, come over. Mariana Pilser. Who's the girl you sing about?
Mariana Whelan.
Mariana Whelan. Yes, she. So hey, now what a ride for you all.
Yeah, completely. It's been a thrill.
It's insane. It's insane. It's crazy.
My partner here, co-host Duane's up there. He was in the first workshop of Spring Awakening. Oh, really? This is how long he's taken. He's now 52 years old.
7 years.
Back before it had music, I guess.
Do you have like group trust sessions before you start each performance? How do you?
I think we prove that on stage every night.
Yeah, we do pretty much prove that on stage.
Really close, and we just talk and
hang out
and chill.
You getting a lot of auditions?
Yeah, we're getting called.
Oh, hi.
So it's good to have them.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hey. So we're thrilled to have you all here, and we hope you have a big night. We think you're going to be a winner. Can you speak Bitch of Living?
We can do it a little bit later, maybe.
Okay, you're gonna. Did they give you any guff about what language you could say?
Censors are censors.
Yeah.
They got to do their job, and we're doing ours.
Ah, very good. Your job is to scandalize America, right?
Absolutely.
All right, very good.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, rock on.
Thank you.